Calling to order. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the October 17th Nevada City Planning Commission. I'm filling in for Chair Nye today. Hi, Russ. I see you're with us.
Right there.
So first things first, Nisenan tribe recognition. We want to recognize that this Planning Commission meeting convenes on the ancestral territories of the Nevada City Rancheria Nisenan tribe. And Peter, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God.
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, we can see Russ today. Hey.
You got a haircut. Can we do roll call?
Commissioner Chisco Martinez. Here. Commissioner Van Zant.
Here.
Vice Chair Covenden.
Here. All right, public comment. Government Code Section 54954.3 provides that any member of the public may address the Planning Commission on any matter not on the agenda, and that is within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city. The Brown Act, with limited exceptions, does not allow the Planning Commission or staff to discuss issues brought forth under public comment. The Planning Commission cannot take action on non-agenda items. Concerns may be referred to staff or placed on a future agenda. Please note that comments from the public will also be taken on each agenda item at the time it is heard. Speakers must restrict comments to the commission chair or to the item as it appears on the agenda and stay within a 3-minute time limit or lesser time if the Planning Commission chair determines it is necessary due to the number of persons who may wish to speak on the item. The chair similarly has the discretion of limiting the total discussion time for an item as may be necessary. Do we have any public comment for items not on the agenda? All right, we'll move on. Consent calendar. All items listed under the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature, and all recommended actions of the staff report will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a member of the commission or public requests otherwise, in which case the item will be removed for separate consideration. Any item so removed will be taken up following the motion to approve the consent agenda. Is there any request to pull anything from the consent agenda? All right. Roll call? Or all those in favor of passing the consent agenda? Aye?
Yes. Aye.
Okay. All right, our first item, our first and one of two items today in the Historic District sign, 211 Broad Street, the Fates. Come on up to the front table. Whatever you want. You
I
can
can
reference
see
it,
it.
yes.
I'm Sarah Williamson.
Hi, Sarah.
Nervous.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Do you want me to introduce this item?
Would you please introduce the item, Lisa?
Yes, this is Sarah Williamson. She is the owner of the new jewelry store. Well, actually, I'm not sure if it's new, but it's the Fates
Newish.
Fine Jewelry in the next door to the National Hotel. The sign that's proposed is 48-inch by 24-inch, and the proposal is to repaint the existing sign for the store Good Morning Supply Company. The colors that are proposed are black background with gold lettering, and there's no graphics. It is a two-sided sign. The lettering style is called black letter, which is a Gothic font. And I did see on the application that Sarah describes black letter font styles have been a major typeface in Western typography that was used from the 12th to 20th century. Black letter designs aim to evoke a sense of tradition and elegance. Anything I may have missed?
I don't have a lot to say usually about fonts. It's not my area of expertise, but I tried.
All right, are there any questions from,
I do not have a question.
sorry, did I need to open it up to
The
public
public?
comment?
Comment?
Or is there any online? Are we online?
There's no comment on that.
For the benefit of anyone online listening, there is no one else in the audience, so let's just skip ahead to questions. No questions?
No questions.
Any comments?
I
Okay.
like it. Does that count?
I know,
Yeah,
same.
I like it
was
too.
gonna ask, actually. I think it's really cool. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Motion.
Motion, any motions?
Motion to approve the sign as presented.
I second that. Motion.
Commissioner Shisko Martinez,
Yes.
Commissioner Van Zant,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cobden.
Yes. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Good.
I was told it'd be really, really hard.
So this is a new business?
Not if you do it.
Great,
Yeah.
great.
I've had a jewelry company for a long time, but I just opened a storefront.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. It was all
Moving into
online.
retail, huh?
Pardon?
Moving into retail.
Well, I was in retail, I was just doing online sales, but just wanted to open it up. People like to look what they're gonna buy if they're gonna wear it for the rest of their lives, engagement rings and such, so it's nice to be able to do that. And
Good.
the community's been really amazing, they're all really excited.
And good location, I think.
Yeah,
Next to the
totally.
hotel. yeah.
Perfect, yeah.
Are you open already?
We're open right now, we're open Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sunday.
Cool.
Yeah. I'd like to be open more, but there's not a lot of people in town. Yeah.
Wonderful.
But we're open
Perfect.
24/7 on the internet, right? So,
Okay, great.
do you guys need anything else from me?
No.
Well, good
When it's
luck.
finished, do I have to show anybody?
Nope, I'll just send you an email confirming
Okay.
that you're all good to go.
Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah,
thank you.
Come
thanks
visit
for coming
me.
in.
Yeah, I will.
I'm excited to see it up. Awesome. Yeah, the green sign's gotta go. See you later.
Bye.
All right, next item. Lisa, would you please introduce the second item?
Yes, I will. And I will go ahead and discuss it, and then we can run through the documents that are included in the staff report. So in 2022, the legislature passed SB 1439, which is a bill that prohibits officers of an agency from accepting, soliciting, or directing campaign contributions over $250 from any party to or participant in a proceeding involving a license, permit, contract, or entitlement for use, otherwise known as a proceeding, in the documents on your staff report, before the agency. So this includes the majority of actions taken by the Planning Commission, since you guys review conditional use permits, which are an entitlement, and other types of permits. So what this means is that at time of application submittal, I will request applicants to fill out a form for the Levine Act. It's a disclosure and statement stating whether or not they contributed to any campaign or gave planning commissioners money in any form, in your case. I think that it will be very rare, but when you see that form in your staff report, it's a reminder to you to think in your mind if you have any association with that applicant and whether or not there could be any financial interaction. I can't require that they turn the form in, so there will be times when you don't see the form signed in the staff report, and so that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that they didn't get it back to me in time, or they decided not to turn it in. So many of the items in the future will have a double asterisk indicating that it is subject to the Levine Act and indicated as a proceeding, which you see that it is on your agenda for this week for the Fates sign. And Sarah did get it back to me, but it wasn't in time to get it included in the staff report, so that could be another instance of when you don't see it come through. So any questions when you're looking through your staff report, as usual, feel free to reach out if you're not sure if something would qualify for being subject to the Levine Act. And that is all. The attachments that you see are frequently asked questions. And then So please read through that and understand it, and reach out with any questions. And then the disclosure form, which is what folks are filling out. And then there is this Fair Political Practices Commission Levine Act offices, which is the actual document, like the official document. Any questions on that?
Peter?
Yeah, the only thing I thought about was, if you have a friend who takes you out for dinner or something like that, or a celebration, and they spend $250, it's not a campaign contribution, because we don't campaign. Is that covered under the act? I mean, so far, no one's taken us out for $250, so this is a theoretical.
That's a situation where there's probably an exception for typical gifts between friends. If it's never been done before, and it coincidentally occurs after they've made an application for a land use decision that you need to make an action on, that you need to take action on, then you better contact me with some more specifics.
Okay, that's clear, thank you.
Okay, but that's there's normal exceptions for interactions between people. I'd like to just kind of draw your attention, as Lisa said, this really applies more to council members, or if you're planning to run for council and you've got a campaign going, this is where it starts to get a little bit interesting and you really need to stay on top of it. So if that's not you, then you probably don't have too much to worry about. I'd like, if you would, just take a moment to, I think it's going to be page 40 in your packet. That's the way my PDF came up. And it's this idea of or have reason to know. And there's a little discussion there about real property in example number 2 that is something to think about as far as awareness and how this something that seems, you've thought through it ahead of the meeting, you don't see any issues come up whatsoever, and then suddenly here's this individual that very specifically states, well, I live directly across the street. And that might be a tip-off that now you have reason to know that there could be something that you need to reconsider. But that's only when you're in receipt of gifts. So are you getting gifts or contributions in the prior 12 months of more than $250? So probably not, but I don't know what happens in your world, so. But that's just one of the little ones, if you look at example 1, there's talking about a discussion where I live near the project, and at that point, you don't really know. Then it gets a little more specific in example 2, and so that's, but go through this, especially this FPPC document that has the examples in it, and then we'll revisit it if you have any particular, any more particular factual situations you want to discuss. But
Thank you, Russ.
Thanks.
a lot of good information here, but and do look at it, because everybody's paying a lot of attention to this right now. It's a hot topic.
Okay.
And that's kind of the idea, is that, like, say somebody's like, has a nice bike and they're like, oh, here, you're a planning commissioner. I've seen you at the meetings and do you want a bike or something? It's kind of, that's what the Levine Act is trying to avoid, is like that sort of pay-to-play mentality. So, yeah, if somebody did take you out for a really fancy dinner, and then you would want to disclose that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other example I thought about is if you have, somebody you know has a cabin right up in the mountains, and they say, okay, you can vacation
use
in
it.
it for a week.
Yeah.
And that's probably worth more than $250, and they show there, okay. So that's another example.
Yeah, yeah. So then if that were the case and you had accepted it, then, you'd contact me and Russ, and we would evaluate it. Or you could just recuse yourself at the meeting on that item. Similar to how if it was your neighbor within 500 feet, you would recuse
Okay.
on their project.
If that's normal anyway, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Shortest planning commission in the history of planning commission.
Since I've been around.
Yeah.
It's easing me in.
Well led, by the way, thank you.
All right, well, with that, I will call close. Our next regular meeting is going to be on November 21st. And we will, let's see, what's this? Community and Economic Development Committee Workshop?
Yeah, it's on Monday. Sorry, I didn't put the date on there. Just a reminder for you guys that our council is having a workshop to look at our hosted short-term rental ordinance and receive feedback from the community on any potential improvements and challenges with the existing ordinance. So you are more than invited to that.
Can you tell us more about the date, the time, and the location, please?
Yes, it is Monday, this coming Monday. And I need to remind myself whether it's at 5:30 or 6. So let me check real quick.
And if anyone in the audience wanted to attend and find more information, they could go to the website?
Yeah, on our homepage, there's a link. We have our calendar. We have quite a few meetings next week. So that one starts at 6. There's also a meeting next week for the reuse of the courthouse building. The county has hired an architect to evaluate highest and best use of the courthouse building. So it's probably the first of several meetings. If anybody wants to attend that, that is on Tuesday here at City Hall and Council Chambers. And I believe that one is at 6 as well, either 5:30 or 6.
This is next
So-
Tuesday?
Yeah, next Tuesday.
Wow.
And then city council meeting on Wednesday. Also, the nuisance ordinance workshop is the following Monday evening.
Question? Will you be sending out, I'm sure there's paperwork with it and an agenda. Will we be getting those, or will it just be posted?
It's posted,
Okay.
yeah. I could send you a link.
Okay.
All right.
I think that one's going to be interesting.
Yeah, lots of spicy topics. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone there. And with that, we'll adjourn.